This will be an incline bench bicep curl position. I like this because it really loads the shoulder and the bicep into a stretch. The more that I have this elevated, the less of a stretch. So if I have a patient that says, you know, let's say I drop this back a notch and I go to do this bicep curl. So I'm going to lay back and I have my elbows at my sides, and I'm going to start off going very slowly. So very slow negative. I'm trying to keep my lower back from just arching way up off the bench. And I want to ultimately be able to come all the way down here and feel maybe some tension but not pain. And I'll come back up a little bit quicker than down. Now you'll notice as I go to initiate the curl back up, I'm not lifting my arms this way. So I'm really letting my arms drop down and then just my elbows bend. Now a couple variations here. If this hurts, I may go to a hammer position, which may be a little bit more comfortable. So usually I'll adjust between the hammer and palm up position depending on which one is the least amount of pain. Now if I have pain in the top of my shoulder when I try and get all the way down and maybe I can't straighten my elbows all the way, obviously I could decrease the weight or I can raise this up some, right? Because the more that bench is upright, the less of a stretch, right? I'm still leaning back a little bit here, but now as I get down here, there's not near as much of a stretch on my bicep because my bicep's going to be stretched the further my arms are behind me. So I always want to stay in that threshold just shy of pain. So I may do the same curl here, a very slow negative, all the way, and hopefully achieving full end range elbow extension without any major discomfort. A little bit of pulling is okay. And then as that's going well, I may try to gradually work on getting that bench to recline a little bit further. I can also do this with a cable machine, which will also allow me to go into a little bit of a stretch. So if I put some light weight and I have a cable behind me, I'll turn to the side, right? So it's the same idea here, but now I'm going to be in a staggered stance. So if I have it in my right hand, my left foot's in front, I'm going to try and keep a little bit of tension in my stomach as I apply the same principles of coming up into this curl, right, and a very slow negative. And as I come down into that straight elbow, I'll let this cable even pull me into a little bit of extension. And then as I go to initiate that curl forward, I want to make sure it doesn't come from here. That shoulder stays down, and I keep that down as I come up into this curl. So my shoulder kind of comes like down and forward, almost like a scooping motion, versus the wrong way to do it would be to hike that shoulder up towards my ear, right? So just make sure that shoulder is down, and as I come into that curl, my arm is almost reaching a little bit down and forward, and then as I scoop up into the curl, very slowly lowering into the negative portion all the way back into a stretch.